Hello, fellow WoW healers. Welcome back to my channel. By popular demand, I've been posting some videos regarding raid frame indicators to better your healing decisions. I've got a few requests to do videos on dungeons. I don't have any recent dungeon footage from the last 2 weeks because we've been raid logging recently. So let me pull up some of my older content where I didn't narrate the videos but used comments, and let me talk you through the raid frame indicators, and we'll see if those indicators helped with my play. So yeah, let's pull up some videos. So here's my channel. I pulled up one video called Hardcore World of Warcraft Strat Live Tips with Dealing with Crimson Sorcerers. So we're gonna play through this video. So this is the Strat Live. We're at the tunnel with the sorcerers. So I've got them targeted for to monitor the cast bar and to dispel them, right? So you can see that my first global on the pull was to dispel the frost armor so that our melee DPS don't get the debuff on them that slows down their attack speed. Now, usually I try to time this dispel for when a rogue opens or warrior opens on the sorcerer. I was a little early, which is why the sorcerer is a little upset with me casting a bolt. So gonna line of sight the bolt and get myself topped off here. And looking at the raid frame indicators, we've got the warrior tanking some ads. I still have threat on the sorcerer. Repti here, the mage, has a Hodge, Hammer of Justice. So I anticipate that after this flash heal and I get back into action, my next cast will be a dispel off of the mage, since the warrior is still in pretty good condition. So there you go. The next global was a dispel, and now back to the warrior, who's got direct threat. Rogues have partial threat on some mobs, but not direct. So warrior now should be the next cast. Because I'm behind on healing and I wasn't pre-casting, let's say, my heal, like rank 2 or rank 3 heal, which is your slower, more mana efficient healing that you want to use in 5-man dungeons, my next guess is that I'm going to try to catch up with a flash heal, a quicker heal, right? So I target the warrior, and there it is. It's a flash heal because I'm behind on healing. I wasn't pre-casting. So flash heal to catch up. Now while that was happening, let's just zoom back here. So while that flash heal was going off right here, I noticed the polymorph being cast on Kramer because I do have the mob targeted to see the action bar. So while the flash heal is going off, if you watch my mouse very carefully, it's going to go right to Kramer. So it's a bit slow, a bit slow to my standards. It could have been a bit faster, but Kramer is definitely the poly here. And then the flash heal hits at the same time. So that flash heal hit, the dispel hit, everyone's topped off. We're now at single threat on the warrior. And then now that I've caught up with heals, I should be switching to my heal spell, right? So there's no reason to be flash healing anymore. Threats have been kind of taken care of. Incoming damage is a bit slower, so now we can babysit our tank with just slower heals, and you know, we can cancel cast. So here I am trying to I'm pre-healing, right? And because the tank did not take any damage, I anticipate myself cancel casting this heal, which I did, and now repeat the process. Cancel cast another heal, no damage was taken. Oh, Hodge came out, so we're gonna cancel this heal and instantly dispel him. And that's it for the pull. So that was this video here. Next is an LBRS priest pov for LBRS blasting. Let's see what's in this video. So we're pulling up the first pull of LBRS. We've got 2 warriors charging in. Thought has direct threat as per this aggro indicator. I'm going to pre-renew the warriors because they are going to be taking some hits, so you want that healing to tick to help sustain the HP. And I'm a little behind on the healing, right? About 1,000 health down. I go for a flash heal to catch up because I wasn't already in cast. I wasn't casting a heal. Now, while this heal is going off, we've got Bear who's cast a Flame Strike, and look, he's got threat. So we've got Mage that pulls threat because of his first AoE spell. So as my flash heal is about to land, my mouse is going to go right over to Bear. If I did not have this aggro indicator, it would be harder for me to tell that the mage has pulled threat because it happens pretty fast, right? The mobs have to turn and run. But by looking at the raid frame, you can see that right after the flame strike here, let's cue it up. So you got bear queuing up the flame strike with his hands here, and it just lands right about now, and look, instant aggro. So if you're not looking at the play because you're looking at health bars, you can see right away that the mage has now pulled threat. So as my flash heal is about to land, topping up the warrior, my mouse is going to hover over the mage to instantly powered shield the mage. This powered shield is going to be my reference for when the mage is taking damage, because mages are usually good at kiting, you know, slowing, kiting around, so they're not necessarily going to get beat on. But some mages will take a hit. So what I'm looking for in this situation is I'm monitoring the shield, and I'm either pre-casting flash heals, waiting for them to land if there's enough damage to go through the shield and take away at the HP bar, or I'm going to be cancel casting my flash heals if the shield holds. So let's watch what my next cast is. So the shield is up, the threat's already down, so there's really no reason now to really be worried about the mage. So the mage doesn't have any direct threat from any of these mobs. Second in threat on some of them, so still need to monitor, but not in any immediate danger, so I can go back and take care of the tank. At this stage here, being a little bit behind on heals, I'm probably going to opt for a flash heal. If not, I'll queue just a regular heal. So I didn't actually cast anything. The Warlock took some damage, so I had to prio the Warlock here for the next cast. And now the mage now has threat again, so it's back to watching the shield. So, oh, the shield got chunked, right? So that's my cue to start spamming flash heal, cancel casting, depending on how much damage this mage takes. So let's see what I do. Just cancel casting flash heals until the threat is gone, and that's it. How do you take in damage? I would have just kept flooding the mage with heals. He was the only one under threat. Next pull. So we go into this pull. We've got everyone has threat. Everybody has threat, but it's a big clump of mobs here. So our main tank is renewed. The mage is got direct threat with a little bit of health, so definitely want to prio the mage with a shield. Get him up there so you can monitor the shield usage to tell you when the mage is in trouble. Now while this, now the tank is behind on heals, 1.5k health. This is not a time to queue a greater heal rank 1 or a heal rank 2, which heals for about that much, you know, depending on your healing power. Most heal rank 2 or greater heal rank 1 is going to heal for about 1400, but you're behind, so you need to catch up with the flash heal. So my next cast is a flash heal, gets a little bit of hit points back up on the warrior. I went back to top up the mage, and now the mage is not under direct threat, so we can go back to just assisting the warrior, and I go with a slower heal on this one. And that's it for that pull. Alright, next pull. So this is the bridge pull in LBRS, so warrior charges in, you know, has direct threat from most of the mobs, has a heal over time on him. And now we're just monitoring the mage, because you know the mage is going to go ham, and there you go. Mage pulls direct threat through one of his AoE spells, so you're going to catch that right away. Next global, shield. And same strategy. Monitor the shield and cancel cast flash heals. So if you look at my character, starting with a flash heal, cancel cast. I'm still monitoring. Flash shield being loaded, and this one's on the warrior actually, so I'm a little bit zoomed in, so I'm still watching the mage here very carefully, and there you go. So I'm kind of, so this is perfect. So this cast right here, this cast that we see down at the bottom, is on the mage, and there's no health taken off just yet, but we can anticipate the damage. So the mage gets hit for 382, but it has flash heals completely all over it. So here's another example, 352 damage, has direct threat. We have a flash heal that's about 0.4 seconds from landing, and it heals up the mage. So we can just babysit mages very easily by watching powered shield usage and direct threat. Alright, next pull. So we've got a pull here that comes in. The warriors don't have any direct threats, so right, the aggro indicator is white and blue, meaning they're second and third in threat. The mage has all the aggro, so who's the prior target to babysit right now? Well, it's the mage. So the mage has his ice barrier up. So what you're going to do is monitor the ice barrier. Same technique as your powered shield. You don't have to waste your powered shield right away. You can wait for the ice barrier to kind of fall off, and then follow up with a powered shield if that happens. So see, the mage took damage, got his ice barrier removed, so my next global is most likely going to be a powered shield. So now back to square one. You've got a mage with direct threat, has a shield, and then you can start babysitting your mage. Right now he's not in any direct dangers, but here I am casting a flash heal on the mage, cancel casting, just waiting for him to get clunked if he does, right? And in between I can heal the other party members. Alright, this is the first pull in the troll room. Direct threat on the warrior, no one else is in any immediate danger. Second warrior is second on the threat table, so just manning up right now. Was behind on the heals, right? There was no incoming heal in the warrior, so that's why I'm using a flash heal. You don't want to spam flash heal on your tank all the time, right? If I wasn't drinking there to get some mana ticks back, I probably would have been queuing heals into the warrior and just cancel casting those. But because now I'm falling behind, I got to catch up with the flash heal. We saw the polymorph there, so very quick on the dispelling. So if you're watching your magic indicators in the middle, right there's a polymorph that just landed on the main tank. What's my next global going to be? Instant dispel, right? So you want to get those magic debuffs as fast as possible off your party members. Just by watching your raid frames, you can see it right in the middle. Your magic debuffs can be instantly dispelled that quickly. And now we got a mage. Everyone is safe here, just the warriors. Mage pulls threat. Once again, as I'm healing the warrior, I'm kind of monitoring the mage's shield. And if I see that the shield takes a hit, I'll come in powered shield right after and monitoring the threat. So right now it's just babysitting the tank. He's the only one with direct threat. Next pull. So here's the boss that AoE polymorphs. So we just tank and spank, but you know that there's an AoE polymorph mechanic. So let's just watch the play through the raid indicators. So warriors are charging in. Actually, everyone pulls threat initially, so Warlock took a target. I probably got some healing threat, and the two warriors have their ads. So what do? Well, I mean, the Warlock is pretty far from the ads. I'm kind of hovering. You saw I was babysitting the Warlock until I see that the threat is taken care of. So the threat's been removed from the Warlock. The warriors have done their job. They've done their taunts or generated enough threat to overtake. So we're back on single threat on the main tank. So now my mouse will come over and babysit the tank. Healing from behind again, right? 1.5k down. I wasn't pre-casting a heal, so I got to catch up with a flash heal. Caught up. Now the mage takes aggro, has a shield already, so not super prio, right? Like there's a shield aggro that's as good. I can just monitor the shield. There's the AoE polymorph. So I was actually spamming dispel. Actually, if you look at my hands. So right about. So here, watch my hands carefully. They're like glowing. That's me spamming dispel on thought. Watch. Glow, 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 glow. Oh, dispel, because anticipating the AoE polymorph, right? So went off, got the immediate dispel on thought, and then I can just follow up with the other two targets. I go for you, dispel, and then you saw a quick ice block there from Bear, so I didn't have to dispel the third one. The ice block took care of it. And now going back to the raid frames, we've got single target aggro on the main tank with a heal over time, no incoming heals, so my next heal, just to catch up, it would be a flash heal. Alright, going into this pull, so let's just read what the raid frames are telling us. So right now no one's got direct threat, so we're kind of babysitting the tank. Tank now has direct threat with a heal over time. I pull aggro with heals. So I would say the best time to use your fade is when you're second in threat. So because when you have direct threat, I find that not often does it actually reduce your threat enough to take care of it. But when you're second in threat, if you use my indicators, it's when I use fade, it immediately wipes this box out. Watch. So I have second threat, and when I use fade down here, the box disappeared. So if you're using this indicator and you're using my setup, I would say 100% of the time, if you're second in threat and you see that white or light blue indicator in the indicator box, just that's the perfect time to fade. Gets rid of the box, and now you're completely going to be ignored by these ads. Now we got the tank with 1000 HP down, has a renew direct threat. Oh, was just has a debuff on him. So after this flash heal lands, well, you want to remove this debuff, so you're going to see a dispel actually cancel casted the flash heal to dispel. So that was a priority for me. And gonna follow up with a heal. Watching the mage here, see we saw the mage partially pull threat there. Second threat again, so my mouse is hovering over the mage in anticipation of the aggro pull. So I'm waiting. Oh, there's the aggro pull. So my next global is going to be a powered shield. So there's the shield, and now I'm just watching the shield drop, and he's got direct threat. So because there's nothing else to do here, no one else has direct threat, I'm probably just going to be cancel casting flash heals into the mage in anticipation that you know, the mage takes damage. But there was no more threat. So, but had there been more mobs up hitting the mage and the mage running around, that's what you want to do, is just start cancel casting flash heals in anticipation of the shield being eaten and HP going down. And that you take care of that pretty well. Alright, here's a pull with a bunch of invokers. So just going to freeze it here. So who's prio? I mean, we got 2 warriors tanking. This is the main tank with a renew. I'm behind on healing, so I would say a flash heal is in order here, which just landed, so that was good. Now I'm going for a heal on the tank. Oh, mage pulls threat right away, right? So go a shield your mages. Mage's gonna go there and start arcane explosioning. You can monitor the shield. Oh, this is the aggro indicator for Mortal Strike. So our main tank just got Mortal Struck. Didn't take too much of a hit, which is nice, but our healing is reduced by 50 to 70%, right? So counter to Mortal Strike would be just to throw a powered shield. So there's my shield to basically put the tank back up to full health. And then my next, we see the buff cast here in the middle. So the next follow-up will be Dispel. And that's it for that pull. Mage has threat again, but has a shield. So in this stage here, what do you do? Well, Mage is the only one with threat, has a shield. So just babysit your Mage by cancel casting flash heals. So cast a shield, cancel it, see cancel cast, in anticipation of the shield being eaten, in case your Mage does take damage. And a third video for this is an Oni. So this was a 25-man Oni that I did. So let's watch it and let's see if the indicators help me make the right decisions here. So this is a tank and spank, right? Oni's being tanked by the druid Truin, which we can, which our raid frame is telling us. If you look at the target Onyxia, yeah, targeting Truin. So the raid frame is telling us that single target threat right now in this moment in time. The target has been recently shielded, so we have the weakened soul debuff. The target is renewed, and there's no incoming heals right now because there's no green background drop there in the black there. So I've got a heal queued up on a tank, and we're just gonna watch this play out here. So in a single tank scenario, you know, we're just babysitting the main tank, watching for predictive spike damage like we saw in my second video. And what is the predictive spike damage in Onyxia? It's her flame breath. So we have a flame breath cast here, about 0.9 seconds about to land. So you're gonna see my mouse hover over the druid and cast a power with shield. So that was pretty fast. That was very last second because weakened soul was still ticking, but let's watch it again. So weakened soul's off, there's the fresh shield. There's 0.2 seconds before the flame breath gets cast. And what is that gonna do? It's gonna give a 1600 HP buffer roughly to absorb that spike damage. So when the flame breath lands, it absorbs 1600 of that damage and hit the tank for 2600, and that allows everyone else to continue now to flood the tank with heals. Especially in hardcore, you know, it's a lot scarier if your tank dips too low, because I mean, if your tank dies and your powered shield is off cooldown with no weakened soul, you can't shield after the fact, right? So it's better to, well, we're talking about predictive spike damage here. It's better to do it before and not wait for the predictive damage to hit and then shield after. You know, it's better to do it before. All right, so let's go back to the fight here. So I like to monitor target of target as well as aggro indicators, just to make sure that you know, we know who's properly tanking, right? That's my personal preference. So J Sharp has taken threat warrior. The aggro indicator shows that on our raid frame. There's other red dots here, but these are whelps, right? So there's other people with direct threat, but they're lower priority. There's with the ads. So if I'm watching the tank, J Sharp is now tanking. So as a main tank, inspired, right? So that's good. Got that 25% armor debuff showcased by the blue border around the raid frame. There's no heal over time though, so my guess is someone's gonna have to hit renew. So there we go. I was healing and some other priest hit renew, which is good. And now Flame Breath is about to come off cooldown. So while we wait for the Flame Breath to come, we can just start. I'm just flooding heal into the main tank just to keep inspiration procced, to keep him topped up, help keep him topped up after regular swings. And here comes the Flame Breath. So my next cooldown will be a powered shield, and that did the same effect as Flame Breath number 1. It took 1600 damage absorbed plus 2600 throughput, and tank can quickly get topped up. There was an aggro pull here by a DPS warrior, so we can see that on the raid frame, right? So red dot right there. So instantly, you know, if a DPS warrior pulls threat as a priest, I mean, all you got is a shield, right? If you were paladin, if you're a paladin using this indicator and it's a DPS warrior, this is like an insta bop situation, right? Like it's especially in Nax, if a DPS warrior pulls threat on a boss, they're dead. So so fold just pulled, instantly lipped though, so that's very smart on the warrior. So there's not a high priority heal now. Someone is healing fold, but they're lipped. So because I see the predictive healing, I'm not going to see. My mouse went to a rogue. Like, who needs to be healed here? There's 4 targets. There's Glaive, Dark, Blex, and Kai. If I didn't have the predictive healing, I might have come to fold and healed as well, right? But because I can see it, I'm going to pick Blex, and then as that flash heal is going off, I'm going to pick my next target. So there's still Dark, Cake, and Glaive. So see, 2 people chose Blex. I chose Blex and someone else. That person who came in after me, had they seen predictive healing on the rogue, could have picked this rogue. So that's how you catch some errors there, like that second healer, because I started first, right? So let me show you this again. So fold pulls, there's 4 targets here that need to be healed. My predictive healing doesn't show on my grids. So when I heal a target, you don't see it as green. I disable that because I want to see if other people heal after me. So watch my mouse. My mouse goes to this rogue, and I start queuing flash heal. So the flash heal is being queued into this rogue. There's no predictive heal being shown because mine is not visible. So keep that in mind. So I'm the first one to heal. So the other healers in this raid should see my predictive flash heal. Now watch, someone's going to right there hit a heal. So that person made a mistake. They could have healed Glaive, Kai, or Dark. But so my heal is going to land, bring in the rogue to full, and then that second heal is going to land. It's going to be complete overheal. So now while my cast was being queued on Blex, so there's my cast, my mouse is already choosing another target. So I could have went to the rogue or myself. I chose to go to myself. So my mouse is over myself. This cast is for me. And now my next decision, well, there's still no direct threat on the raid frame. This priest needs a heal, so my guess is my mouse is going to go help this priest here. Nope. So someone beat me to the heal, so my mouse is actually going to go somewhere else. See, I saw the heal coming in. Had I not seen the heal on Dark, I would have probably went to Dark to heal. But because we saw the green, there's no point in me going there to launch another heal because I'm going to be too late. It's going to be overheal, waste of my mana, waste of my time. So now we're back to babysitting the tank. So the tank's inspired, renewed, full health. This is phase 2, so I have it sped up. There's not much healing going on in phase 2. We're just healing targets. Okay, so phase 3 has fears. So we talk about fear breaks. It's a physical fear, so you can use your PvP trinket, you can have a fear ward, or you can use a lip. So we're in a 25-man raid. If we look at our indicators, the fear wards are these little dots underneath the nameplates. So I do not have a fear ward at the moment, so I plan to break this first fear using my PvP trinket. So, and what am I looking at? Her target of target. When she lands, whoever she has direct threat on, I'm ready to shield them, especially if it's a Clothy or a rogue. So let's see what I do. So here's the belling roar, and you watch my mouse in the middle of the screen. I break the fear instantly with my PvP trinket. and my mouse is now here on the top. See, target of target. So I can see that Eclipse is the one that Onyxia is looking at. So I want to help Eclipse with a shield. So we missed the cast because of the zoom in on my PvP trinket usage, but you can see my cast here. My cast was a powered shield on Eclipse. You can see Eclipse got hit by something and the powered shield has already been abolished, and Eclipse is down 1.4k HP. So now my next heal is a flash heal to top up that priest who's in trouble. Priest Petried. Now there's another priest that's being targeted, Moon. So I'm just watching target of target right now and repositioning myself to be on Onyxia's side. Don't want to be in the front to get flame breathed or meleeed, right, or cleaved. So sticking to her side, tank now has full threat, and we've got flame breath being taking. So here comes the powered shield. Powered shield comes out to absorb the spike damage. Good job. There was someone else standing in front of the dragon when it flame breaths, so instantly went to help the paladin there. Paladin stopped up. And oh, someone pulls threat keys, right? You can see it here, you can see it on the rain frames. So now the hunter needs help, but instantly Petries, which is great on the hunter. So you can see that on your raid frames as well. So seeing Petri targets in hardcore is great because you know that the target is safe, doesn't need to heal as a priority. And so that's why I have Petri very clearly shown on my frame. I've watched healer povs of, I think it's just default WoW UI, Blizzard UI. There's some healing videos that I watch and I couldn't tell when a target is sitting in a Petri. So if you're raiding and or dungeoning and you can't see your party members in a Petri, you need to fix that. Like whether you use grid 2 or not, I mean there's so many UIs out there, right? The point of these videos, guys, is not saying use grid. I'm just saying make sure that your UI that you use shows these indicators very clearly, right? So that you can make the best decisions. And the ones that we've talked about over the last couple videos are, predictive healing, defensives, Petries, lips, AoE taunts, inspiration, hots. We've gone through a lot of them. Those are the very important ones. And so now we're back to the tank and spank part of Ani, and oh, there's another bellowing war coming in. My PvP trinket is down. I don't have a fear ward, so just before the cast lands, it's 0.3 seconds from landing, I pop a limited invulnerability potion. This limited invulnerability potion will allow me to be immune to the fear. And now right after the fear, how do we react? So Ani's on a DPS warrior fold. So let's see where my mouse goes. My mouse goes directly to fold. Mouse over target, and from there I shield fold because fold is the one that she's looking at. She's about to flame breath, so that's going to help absorb some of that damage. And now we have to pick a target to heal here. So she's back on the main tank, Truin. I would say so in this moment here, main tank targeting behind on heals, has a renew. No one else is healing the main tank. I would say that the next cast from a priest has to be a shield here. Now I can't do it because my shield has 3 seconds off cooldown, but this is an immediate shield here. So I offer a cast on the warrior, which that is a mistake on my part. I mean, the main tank is the prior target there. So I would say that heal I did on J Sharp should have been on the druid there, looking at my gameplay. Now after that cast, I see that both are getting heals are just fine, so I go to the priest to help out the priest. This cast goes off on the priest, and then back to the tank, and that's the fight. Alright, so here's another quick video about raid indicators. I had a request for dungeons. I'd like to do next Ramis soon. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. We could do like one wing at a time. We could look at the decisions made via the indicators through next Ramis wings. Would you like that? Let me know. So thank you guys for watching as always. It's a pleasure to be putting out these videos showcasing how raid frame indicators help me make better healing decisions. We saw out of those 3 videos, I think maybe one mistake I've identified, healing the warrior instead of the druid there. But other than that, we saw some very clean play, no overriding heals. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Glaive Storm signing out.